This performance in highly adverse circumstances indicates the resilience of our economy. Like other countries, we resorted to a significant stimulus, and we will take appropriate action next year to wind this down. The closest to my heart are education and the health sector. We should have done a lot more in both these areas. We need to ensure that our financial system can provide the finance needed for our development, and especially for infrastructure development.
I was encouraged by what the Prime Minister said, because it looks like he's prepared to push ahead with reform. The object of reform has to be not just to attract foreign capital, and foreign capital is important, but actually to make the financial system in India recycle Indian savings to Indian investment.
You've got food price inflation somewhat high. I think, most of our indices have weights which are completely out of sync with what is relevant for the average person. I mean, for example, the consumer price index gives a weight of about 65% to food, whereas if you look at the average in the national sample survey, it should be 30 or so.
I think it's a given that world-class institutions can't be built overnight. If you expect India to build world-class institutions in the next 5-10 years and think that you have matched Harvard, Yale, Cambridge, Oxford, it's not going to happen. I think we must accept that. That doesn't mean that we can't lay the foundations of world-class institutions in the next 5-10 years. We can. We have the financial ability to do so. We have the intellectual capital to do so, the human resource to do so, and the political will to do so.
We feel very good about our presence in India. We think India is going to be one of the most important markets in the world. In fact, we're foreseeing this market tripling in the next 10 years, moving from 2 to 6 million cars in the next 10 years. This is a market where we need to be, but we need to market product in India that suits Indian consumer.
Expectations at Barcelona were downgraded. We are no longer looking for a legally binding outcome. People are talking about a political agreement. People are talking about, instead of our being able to reach a agreement in December this year, maybe it will take another year.
Here in the historical background, the developed countries will have to keep in mind the approach which has been accepted, and it is well established that the responsibilities would be common but differentiated and depending on the capabilities of the state concerned. For adaptation and mitigation, we will have access to the clean technology at an affordable cost.